All right, this right here is the Zhiyun Weebill 3S. Now, I'm not one to talk about small gimbals. That's not usually my thing because I'm a cinematographer, but as I start doing more content creation, I found that different gear does work for different needs. Shocker, who knew? Now, I've always known this, but I usually think, the most expensive gear does tend to work for the smaller projects, and that's fairly true up until a certain point. Now, I'm a big fan of large pieces of production equipment, large gimbals, steady cams. If I can have that stuff, I'll use that stuff. But sometimes it's honestly just a lot to carry and a lot to use, and it comes with a lot of downsides and takes a crew to manage, which is why I'm talking about this gimbal right here. Zhiyun has been pretty clear about this gimbal and its promotion with this feature right here. Boom. That is a light built into the gimbal. Now, at first I thought, this is kind of stupid. This is kind of dumb. No way this is a feature. But despite my typical thoughts about lights on camera rigs, this actually is a feature. Now, I don't really mean that this is suitable for a large production or even a small production, to be honest, but it can definitely be useful if you're vlogging, for example, going in and out of different light sources, whether that's natural or maybe inside of a house, maybe no lighting at all, inside of a parking garage. So this light actually does come in a little bit handy there, but how about for actual production? Well, it can be used as a catch light. If you watch almost any TV show or movie or music video, any other professional production, there will be a light twinkling in somebody's eye. Now, that's something we as cinematographers pretty much always add to our shots unless we specifically don't want it. And that's what this is for. It is super dark and gray outside right now. It is actually raining on me. I don't really care because I'm testing out this gimbal's weather sealing, and I know my Lumix S5 is perfectly weather sealed right now. So, what about the catch light? Well, I wouldn't normally get one. With it being this gray out here, it's super diffused, and if I wanted a shot with a catch light, I would need an extra light on set. And if I'm just filming by myself, sometimes that's just a little bit difficult. And that's where this gimbal comes in.
So I do want to talk about who is this gimbal really for? Because obviously I said it's not for everybody and it's not my first choice when it comes to actual production. Real quick, I just want to say I do have the light on still. I know I talked a lot about that a second ago, and there's a reason for that. Right now I'm only running a Amaran 100D. I'm literally just bouncing it off of a white wall. It's a gloomy day outside and I don't really feel like setting up a bunch of lights, and I have the light on from the gimbal, just giving me a little bit of fill on the dark side and a catch light. And that's a big importance of this gimbal. It's for people who maybe don't want to set up a bunch of lights to make a decently looking video. It's people who don't want to carry a lot of stuff. And speaking of carrying, I want to talk about the bag that this comes in, because normally I appreciate good packaging and I appreciate good, quality, carrying bags or cases. But Zhiyun really did go above and beyond with their packaging and their bag. Let me pull it up here. So here is the bag right here. This thing is actually super cool and I love it. It's kind of got this like gym bag, like drawstring thing. So like you just close it like that, which is super dope. Not only is it a bag and a really high quality one with that, with a lot of padding, it's also a backpack. So you can wear it, and I did in fact wear it on a shoot the other day, and I actually enjoyed it and will probably use this as much as possible. I personally, if I were buying a new bag in 2025, then this is actually something I would consider if I paid like 60 bucks for it. Like I'd probably pay 60 to 80 bucks on this, cause it has this other pouch at the bottom that zips up, so I can keep probably like 4 lenses, maybe like 2 lenses and a camera body down there, and you can put the gimbal up top, and that's how it shipped. Like it just shipped with, like I opened the box and I'm like staring at this bag going, what am I looking at? Like I expected a box with a gimbal in it, and it wasn't that, and I was pleasantly surprised. So Zhiyun did a really good job at their packaging and actually giving me a bag that I will use and have used and do enjoy. So if you're a person who likes carrying a light, nimble setup, or maybe a setup that doesn't look like you have camera gear with you, because I know a lot of us, when we travel into cities or we're going in maybe, you know, some sketchy or dangerous places, sometimes carrying around a camera bag can make yourself a target for theft. And carrying something like that definitely makes me feel at least a little more comfortable when taking expensive gear into maybe more dangerous places. But that is beside the point. I want to talk about the real differences between a gimbal like this and something like my RS2 over here. So this is technically like the older equivalent to the Pro models. It's a large gimbal. Like, it's just big, but that's the reason I like it. It is big, it carries a lot. Some of my biggest complaints about the Zhiyun Weebill 3S is the fact that like this axis right here, this is gonna be your tilt axis. You don't adjust it by sliding like this piece back and forth. You actually adjust it by sliding the mounting like portion itself. So your camera can only go so far this way, because otherwise your camera ends up starting to like butt against the side of the gimbal right here, because you have to adjust it like that. And that to me is just really annoying, and I don't like that. But this gimbal is a gimbal for production. The Weebill 3S is a gimbal for content creation, shooting BTS, travel style vids, vlogs. It's not the same. So if you're looking for a cheap cinematic gimbal for your big cinema rig, this isn't that. This is a gimbal for creators and just small, quick stuff. Honestly, most of the time I tell companies not to even send me this stuff, or to be honest, I'll just put it away and never use it again, or maybe even sell it. But this is something that I actually will keep around, because when I do YouTube stuff and I vlog, to be honest, this is just more comfortable than holding a camera. If you want just a quick and easy tripod to set up anywhere, and you can put it at any angle and you don't have to worry about like mangling the tripod feet to work, this is great for that. That's what I was using in my last shot. I just set the tripod up and then leveled it with the tilt axis. It's just overall a good gimbal for small creator stuff. This isn't a production product. This is something that's very useful if you're either starting out in your career of videography, and if so, this might be a solid pickup just to get smooth shots, or this is a good option if honestly you just need a smaller, lighter, cheaper gimbal setup for content creation, which is exactly what I think this is built for. Now, if you do want to buy this gimbal, the company did provide me with an affiliate link, which I put in the description of this video. And if you use that, I get a 10% commission on your purchase at no additional cost to you. So if you're considering buying this gimbal, please do use that, because it helps me, the creator, and it supports my channel and my business. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, because it really helps out this channel and helps me grow it more and make videos like this. Until next time.